If the value is between this range, use what? Small integer. Value between this range, use small integer. Minus 32,768 to 32,767. And integer. What? Once again. So so like once again, suppose here then then so what is the range is here? What is the range of integer? This is the range. Okay, then this is the range. Minus 2 lakhs. What is big integer range is? This is the big integer range. Okay, big integer range. And this one. But nobody will ask. Okay, then. So which one we use depends on what? Depends on what, sir? Range. So which one we use depends on the range. If the value is between these two, 0 to 255, use tiny int. If the value is between this range, use small integer. If the value between this range, use integer. Otherwise, use big integer. Okay. That. So for example, in database, I want to store what? Age. Then in database, I want to store age. I want to store age in database. Then which is suitable? Okay, na? Tiny int is suitable. Okay, na? Because age cannot be more than 255. Then so declare tiny int. Understood? Then I want to store employee IDs. Then IDs are ranges from 1000 to 2000 like that. Then small int. I cannot use tiny int because so it allows only up to 255, but IDs are more than 255. Then use small integer. Understood? So which one we use depends on what's the range. Depends on range. Which data type we use depends on the range. But sometimes this is not convenient. I don't know the range. Maximum nowadays, it's not range. It is based on digits. Aadhaar number contains 12 digits. Credit card number 16 digits. Account number 11 digits, 13 digits. It's not based on range. It is based on what? Nowadays, it's not based on range mass. It is based on what? Digits, number of digits. When it is based on number of digits, then use what? Numeric P. When it is based on digits, you use what? Numeric P. P means size. Okay, na? Then what is this allows? It allows numbers up to 38 digits. It allows numbers up to 38 digits. It allows numbers up to 38 digits. Okay. It allows up to 38 digits. Then, so the size can be up to 38. Example, Example. EMP ID. I declare numeric 4. What is 4? What is 4? Digits. Digits. How many digits number is allowed? Maximum 4 digits, not compulsory 4. Not compulsory 4, maximum 4. 4 digits number is allowed. Suppose employee ID is 100, then employee ID is 10, allowed or not? Employee ID is 10, allowed or not? That's what, listen, what I said, maximum 4 digits, not compulsory 4 digits. What? 10 is allowed or not allowed? Allowed. 10 is allowed. 100 is allowed. 1000 is allowed. 10,000 is not allowed. This is invalid. Why? Because you said 4 digits, but this number contains 5 digits. This is convenient. Okay, now? Because maximum now, so it is not based on what? It's not based on what's a range. Maximum it is based on digits. Aadhaar number 12 digits. Account number 11 digits, 13 digits. Credit card number 16 digits. Okay, and then like that. So maximum 4. Like if you enter 10, accepted. 100 is accepted. 1000 is accepted. 10,000 is invalid. Now, so in database, I want to store Aadhaar number. Tell me how you declare numeric. What? 12 digits. In database, I want to store account number. Numeric. Like what? 11 or 13 or depends. Bank to bank varies. In database, I want to store phone number. Phone number is what? 10 digits. 10 digits. Or if you want to store 0, 11 digits. Yes? Depends. Okay, na? Then. Okay. So what this is? This is what? Numeric then. But all this allows what? Numbers, what's it? Without decimal part. Numbers are actually 2 types. One is integers, one is float. Sometimes numbers contains what? Decimal. If number contains decimal, then either you can use what? You can use what, sir? Numeric p comma s, or you can use what? Decimal. Both are same. Either numeric p comma s or decimal p comma s. Anything is okay. Okay, then. Understood, na? So then what this allows? Allows numbers with what? Decimal. The previous one allows numbers without decimal, but this allows numbers with decimal. What is P stands for? What is P stands for? Precision. P stands for precision. Precision means what? Precision means what? Precision means the total number of digits allowed. What is S means? S means scale. What is scale is Scale is number of digits allowed after decimal. What is P stands for precision. What is S stands for scale. Precision means total number of digits. Scale means number of digits allowed after decimal. Okay, then now example employee ID. Employee ID is integer or float. Integer. Then use integer types are numeric P. Salary is what? Salary may be float after adding tax, etc. Salary may be float. Yes. Account number is what? Integer. Balance is float. Balance is float. So if it is float, then use this one, either numeric or decimal. Anything is okay. Then, so I'm using salary. Salary, I'm using decimal or anything. Numeric also okay. But I'm declaring like this 7, 2. What is 7? What is 2? Total number of digits what? 7. After decimal what? 2. Total digit 7. After decimal 2. Before decimal? No. See, total 7. After decimal 2. Before decimal how many? 5. Before decimal 5. After decimal 2. Total 7. 7 is not before decimal. 7 is what? Total. So total 7 digits. After decimal 2 digits. Before decimal 5 digits. Understood? Then before decimal 5. After decimal 2. Total 7. Understood na? Then. So now let's say salary is what? Salary is 5,000. Then allowed or not allowed? Allowed. You enter 5,000, but SQL server stores 5,000.00. You enter 5,000, but SQL server stores 5,000.00. Entered salary is 5,000.50. Then allowed. And salary is what, sir? 5,000, 50,000. Salary is 50,000.50. Then 50,000.50. Allowed or not? Allowed. Okay, na? 50,000. Before decimal how many? 5. After decimal how many? 2. And salary is 5 lakhs.50. 5 lakhs. 5 lakhs.50. Allowed or not allowed? Not allowed. Because before decimal how many? 6. How many are allowed? 5. Allowed 5, but this contains 6. Be clear. 7 is not before decimal bars. 7 is what? Total digits 7. After decimal 2. Before decimal 5 digits. But here how many digits? Before decimal how many digits? 6 digits. Not allowed. This is invalid. Then. Sir, okay na? So before decimal allowed is 5, but this contains 6. This is not allowed. Okay, next. Understood now? Not. Huh? Understood or not? Then. Suppose I declare 11, 4. Then 11 comma 4. Before decimal, 11 comma 4. If I declare 11 comma 4, before decimal, 7. After decimal, 4. Total 11. Okay, then before decimal 11 minus 4. After decimal 4. Before decimal 11 minus 4. Okay, then no. So salary is 5,000.507. Salary is 5,000.507. Allowed or not allowed? Not allowed. Why? Because after decimal you said what? 2, but this contains how many? 3, but allowed. Allowed. SQL server will allow this. What SQL server stores? 5,000.51. You enter 507. You enter 507, but SQL server stores what? 507 is rounded to what? 51. Because you said 2 na, so it is rounded to how many digits? 2 digits. Because you said after decimal 2 digits, it is rounded to 2 digits. 507 is rounded to 51. 5,000.503. Then 503. Then allowed. Allowed. But what it stores? 5,000.50. 503 is rounded to 50. Sir, next digit, if the next digit, you know this rounding. If the next digit is 5 or above 5, 0 is rounded to. If the next digit is 5 or above 5, this 0 is rounded to 1. If the next digit is below 5, it is rounded to 0. That's all. 507 is rounded to 51. 503 is rounded to 50. Okay. Understood? Even if you enter like this, 5,000.504678 allowed or not allowed? Allowed or not allowed? Allowed. But what it stores? 5,000.50, because next digit is below 5. Then it is rounded to 0. Enter anything, but it is rounded to how many? It is rounded to how many? 2. It is rounded to 2 decimal places. Okay, that's all. Understood? Sir, okay now? Any confusion here? No. Sir, here it makes a big difference, boss. Yes or no? It makes a big difference. That's why it will not allow. But here it makes a big difference? No. That's why it will accept. Round the value to 551. 507. User entered 507. It will round it to 51. But it's not a big problem. Yes or no? Understood? Then. Sir, your bank balance is 5,000.5074. 5074. Your balance is this. But bank statement is saying your balance is 5,000.50. Your calculation wise 5074. But bank statement is saying 5,000.50. Will you go to bank and ask? You go to bank and ask? No. Because it is not a big difference. But actually bank statement is saying that your balance is 500.50. Now you go to bank, because it makes a big difference. Same thing here also, same. Understood? Then okay. So that's all. This is what then No. So there are two. Okay. Then next one. What are the next? What are the next one? So, one is integer type. Another one, what's that? Float type. What are the next? Currency types. Currency types. Currency types. So that used for currency types are used for fields related to money. Currency types are used for fields related to money. Fields related to money. Example. What are the fields related to money? Salary. Salary is field related to money. Next one. Balance is field related to money. Money related. Yes or no? Salary, balance, fee. Okay. Then price. Price is also field related to what's it? Money. Money related. Yes or no? Amount. Okay. Na? Then all these are fields related to money. For money related fields, use currency types. Currency types are recommended. SQL Server supports two currency types. One is what? Small money. Another one, what's it? Money. Small money, money. Small money range is what? 4 bytes. Money range is what? 8 bytes. So there are two currency types. One is small money, one is money. What the difference is? Range is the difference. What is the difference? Range. Okay, then. So what is the small money range? Okay, this is the small money range. This is a small money range. Minus. Okay, minus 2,14,748 to 2,14,748. Small money range is 2,14,748. Okay, then. So this is the small money range. And this is the money range. This is the money range. Then. So if it is a big amount, use money. Small amount, use small money. But not required. Nobody will ask range. Then. You know. Then. So example, salary. I'm declaring what? Small money. Balance, declaring what? Money. Which one we use depends on range. If the value is between this range, then you can use what? Small money. ATMs, you enter withdraw amount, yes, but withdraw amount should not be more than what's it? In one transaction, you cannot withdraw lakhs of amount. Yes or no? There is a limit. Yes. Then you can use what? Small money. You can use small money for amount, withdraw amount. Okay. Then. So balance, bank balance. Balance can be more than 2,14,000. Balance can be more than 2,14,000. Yes. So then which one we use? Money type. Okay. That's all. So these two are like recommended for what? Fields related to money. Okay. What are the next? What are the next one? Date. Date and what? Time. Date and time. Then. So there are three data types. One is what? Date, time. Next one, date time. Date time, date time. Okay. Date. What this is? Allows only date. Time. Time allows only time. Date time allows date and time. Allows only date, allows only time, allows date and time. In database, you want to store only the date, then use date data type. You want to store only the time, use time data type. You want to store both date and time, then use date type. Sir, okay now? Then example, suppose what company wants to store employee date of birth. Company wants to store employee date of birth. What is date of birth? Date of birth is a date. Date, yes or no? What is important for company? Date is important. Date and time is important. Date is important. Time is not important. Yes. Then what they use? Date. Date is enough. Okay, na? Then employee logins. Login. I want to store in this field. I want to store at what time he logged in. I just want to store only the time. At what time? Login. Okay, na? Every day, suppose a number of times log in, log out like that. Suppose I want to store time only. Okay, na? Then login time. So in this field, I want to store only the time. At what time you logged in. Next, suppose in banks, you go to ATM. You do the what's that? Transaction. Withdraw deposits like this. Transaction date. But what is important for bank? What is important for bank? Date and time. Date and time is important. Then date time. Okay. Then. So like date of birth, what is important is only date is important. Login, only time is important. Transaction date, what is important is date and time is important. That's all. So it all depends on this. Okay, then so next, what are the next? Binary types. What are the next one is binary types. Binary types. Binary types allows what's it? Binary data. Binary data means what? It allows multimedia objects. Like what? Binary types allows multimedia objects like what? Audio, video, images. In database, you want to store photograph. You want to store photograph. You want to store speech. You want to store movie. Then we use these binary types. So binary types are mainly used for storing multimedia, audio, video, images. Okay. So for storing the numbers, SQL server given number of types. For storing the strings, SQL server is given some data types. For storing the dates, SQL server. For storing the multimedia objects, SQL server is given binary types. How many binary types? 3. One is what? Binary. One is var binary. Another one var binary max. Binary, var binary, max. Okay, then. So this allows what? Allows binary data up to what? 8,000 bytes. That means that photograph size can be up to what? 8,000. Allows, this also allows binary data up to 8,000 bytes. But what is the difference between binary, var binary? What is the difference between char and varchar? Same difference. So here also binary, var binary, same. Binary is recommended for fixed length. Var binary is recommended for variable length. Okay, na? Then if photograph size is fixed for all the customers, then binary. One customer to another customer, photograph size changes, then var binary. In banks, they don't take whatever the photograph you give, the bank will not accept. What bank says, boss, give me passport size photograph. So that means all the customers' photograph size must be same. So that's why what they use what, sir? Binary. And what is var binary max? Allows what? Binary data up to 2 GB. Allows binary data up to 2 GB. So allows binary data up to 8,000 bytes. Allows binary data up to 8,000 bytes. So it's recommended for what? Binary is recommended for fixed length. Var binary is recommended for variable length. Then example, I want to store photograph. Then either you can use what? Binary. Suppose then, so 5,000. What is 5,000? 5,000. What is 5,000? Photograph size. Photo size can be 5,000 bytes. That photograph size can be 5,000 bytes. Okay, na? So I want to store what's that? Movie. Then, but movie is not 8,000. Movie can be more than 8,000. Then var binary, what's it? Max. Then it allows up to 2 GB. That's all. Overall, like, okay. So in database, how to store numbers, how to store strings, how to store dates, how to store binary. That's all. Okay, now then. So these are the what's it? These are the various what? These are the various data types. Okay, now then. Now tell me, like a customer opens account in bank. A customer opens account. When customer opens account, his details are stored in database. Yes. What bank will collect? What details customer? What customer details are stored in database? For every customer, they generate one account number. Account number can be stored in database. Yes or no? Yes. Name can be stored in database. Address can be stored in database. Phone number can be stored in database. Yes. Email ID. Yes. Aadhaar number. Yes. Just take PAN number. PAN number can be stored in database. Yes, PAN number, Aadhaar number, PAN number. Okay, na? Next one, customer photograph. Then customer photograph. They can store the photograph. Yes. Customer signature. Customer signature. They stored signature in database. Yes or no? Yes. Okay, na? That's all. So that means SQL Server supports all this. Yes. SQL Server can be used for bank. Yes. Okay. Then now. So actually, what we learned up to now, then now, sir, there is a server. Okay, na? There is a server. Inside the server, you create what? Database. Inside the database, you create what? Tables. Inside the tables, you store what? Data. You create server, create the database. In database, create table, store the data. So how it is, like when it is called server, when this laptop is called server, when this laptop is called server, after installing SQL Server, this is called server. After installing SQL Server, this is called server. Then inside the server, you created a database, DB 9 AM. Yes. What is ready? Server is ready. Inside the server, database is also ready. You created a database DB 9 AM. And inside the database, create what, sir? Tables. Store the data. Create the tables, store the data. Okay. Then now we'll see what creating what's it? Tables in database. Creating tables in database. Okay. Creating tables in database. So how means like this? What? Create what's it? Table, table name. Create table, table name. Create table, table name. What the next one is? Column name. Next one, what's it? Data type. Next one, size. Create table, table name. Column name, data type, size. Column name, data type, size. Like this. So this is the syntax for creating what's it? Tables. Okay. That. Now, so let's see. What are the rules here? There are some rules you need to follow to create the tables. You need to follow some rules for creating the tables. What are the rules? Okay. What are the rules you need to follow to create the tables? One rule is what? Table name should start with alphabet. Okay. Table name should start with what? Alphabet. So table name should start with alphabet. This name should start with alphabet. Next, table name should not contain spaces and special characters. name should not contain spaces and special characters, but allows underscore hash dollar. These three characters are allowed. Underscore hash dollar. These three characters are allowed. Should not contain spaces and special characters, but allows underscore hash dollar. Okay, then. And table name can be up to 128 characters. Table name can be up to 128 characters. And table can have 1024 columns and number of rows unlimited. That's all. Number of rows what? Unlimited. So these are the rules you have to follow when you create the table. Okay, then. So, like, for example, sir, table name is okay, 123 EMP. Then table name is 123 EMP. Then it is what, sir? Table name. Table name is what? Invalid. EMP space 123. Table name. EMP space 123. Invalid. Table name EMP star 123. Invalid. Star. Only three allowed. Underscore hash dollar. Only three characters allowed. Star is not allowed. EMP underscore 123. Allowed. This is valid. Okay, na? Then. So it should start with alphabet. Should not contain spaces, should not contain special characters. Underscore is allowed. Okay, then now let's see. Next, suppose here, then, sir, 1 second. You create a table. What is table contains? Rows and columns. ID, name, salary. What is this is? What is this is? EMP is table. If EMP is table, what are these? ID, name, salary. What are their columns? What are this? EMP ID is one column. E-name is one column. Salary is one column. They are columns. They are the columns. A table like that table can have how many columns? 1024. ID, name, salary, job, hire date, like that. A table can have how many columns? 1024. 1024 columns. Next one, employee ID is 100. His name is A. His salary is 5,000. What is this is? What is this is? Row. What this is? Row. This is the row. ID, name, salary are what? Columns. And what is this is? Row. Row contains the data. Like this, how many rows you can have? Unlimited. There is no limit for rows. There is a limit for columns. This is one employee data. Yes or no? One row contains what? One row contains one employee's data. Like how many employees data we can store? Unlimited employees data. In employee table, how many employees data you can store? Unlimited. In customer table, how many customers data you can store? Unlimited customers data. Yes or no? Then so there is no limit for rows, there is a limit for columns. Okay, then. So we'll take one example. We'll take one example. Then, so suppose what I'm creating, what's create table. Create table. Create table. Example one, create table. I want to create a table, what? Employee. I want to create a table employee for storing employees data. In my database, I want to store employees data. So create a table for employee. One field is EMP-ID, then EMP-ID. What do you want to store? I want to store employee IDs. Employee ID is what type? Numeric type, integer type, numeric. You can have integers, or you can say, what's it? Numeric 4. What is 4? 4 is size. That means how many digits? 4 digits number. Next one, I want to store name. I want to store name. What type? Varchar. Varchar to 10. Next one, varchar, sorry, not 2. Varchar 10. Yes. What is 10? Size. What that size means? Size 10 means what? Size 10 means the name can be up to 10 characters. Next one, job. Job. I want to store job. Employee job. Then what is varchar? Varchar of what's it? 10. Next one, I want to store employee salary. Sal is what? Numeric. Float or integer? Float. Float means your 2. Decimal numeric. Yes. I'm using what? Decimal. 7, 2. And you know what is 7? What is 2? You know what is 7? What is 2? 7 is what? Total. Total digits 7. After decimal 2. Before decimal 5. And I want to store employee hide date. Hide date. Hide date means join date. Employee hide date. Hide date means join date. But date, hide date is what? Date. It's not number. It is not string. It is a date. Then declare date. Declare date. Next one. Next. And I want to store employee belongs to which department? Department ID, department number, department code. I want to store employee belongs to which department? There are 4 departments are there. 10, 20, 30, 40 like this. Department codes. Then what is this is? Department number. Integer. I'm using what's that? Tiny int. Okay, now then. So because it cannot be more than what? 255. So this department number cannot be more than 255. That's why I'm using tiny int. Now, create the table. Create table. Okay, na? So like what this is? Create table for storing what? Employees data. Create table for storing employees data. Create table for storing the employees data. Then now I want to run this command. Then I want to run this. Then, but where you run this? Where you run this here? 1 second. After connecting, you'll get like this Object Explorer. Then open your database. What is the database? DB9AM. Open your database DB9AM. Because where you want to create this table? I want to create this table in DB9AM. Open the database. How to open? Right click, new query. So database opens. Here, this is called query window. Here you type the query. You type the query. I written the query in what? Notepad. Copy this query, paste it here. Copy, paste. Control C, Control V. Okay, na? Then after pasting the query here, then paste it like simple. Okay, then so it is there now. In Notepad, you copy this. In Notepad, you copy this. Right click. What's it? Right click, paste. Then after this, click what? Click execute. Click execute. So when you click execute, then this command is sent to what? User. User is sending a command. User sending the command. Which user is sending? Which user? You log in using what? SA, na? SA using tool. What is the tool? SSMS. Sending a command. What is the command? Create table command. To whom? SQL server. What SQL server will do? Creates a table in DB9AM. You send the command to SQL server. SQL server create the table in which database? DB9AM. Because which database open? DB9AM. Okay, then. So you send commands to SQL server execute the commands. So let me execute this. Commands completed what? Successfully. Commands completed successfully. That means table is created. What this command is created? The above command created what's it? Table structure. The above command created table structure. That includes what? That structure includes columns, data type, and size. The above command created table structure that includes columns, data type, and size. Sir, what I said, if you want to store the data in database, first what should be ready? To store the data in database, first what should be there? Structure should be there. Okay, na? Without structure, it cannot accept the data. For storing the data, first what should be there? Structure should be there. Data definition must be there. Without definition, it will not accept the data. Sir, okay, na? Then data type and size. Okay, then. So this is called structure. No. Then table is created. Where the table is created? Database DB9AM. If you want, you can see this. DB9AM. Expand DB9AM. Expand the database. Expand the database. In database, there is a what? tables, expand the tables. dbo.emp. emp table is there, no? Yes. So expand database. In database, there is a tables. Expand the database. There is a table emp. dbo.emp. What is dbo? We'll see that. dbo is called schema. What is schema? You'll be learning later. Okay, then. That's all. Now, then. So, for example, you tell me, for example, like example 2, suppose. Just we'll see one more. Now, create a table for storing bank customers data. Create table for storing the bank customers data. In database table, I want to store bank customers data. Then then what? Create table. What is customers? Then customers. What? Customer ID. Okay, na? Customer ID. Every customer will be having what? Customer ID. Customer ID is what type? Numeric. How many digits? Okay, na? Then 9 or something, 10 or whatever. Customer ID. What is numeric? What? 9, 10, etc. Next one. Customer name. Customer name. Varchar. Varchar of 10. What is the customer? Bank stores customer address. Address. Varchar of what? 50 something. Address. House number, seat, city, state, pin code, etc. Then they store customer, what's it? Phone number. Phone number is what? Numeric. What? 10 digits. And they store customer what? What? Customer what? Email ID. Yeah? Email ID. Varchar. Varchar of what? Some 20, 30, whatever. They store customer Aadhaar number. Aadhaar number is what? Numeric. How many digits? 12 digits. They store customer PAN number. PAN card number. What is this is? Care of 10. Because PAN number is pixel length, no? Next. Okay. Next, then. Clear? Next. Account number stored in accounts table. Account number is separate. This is customer data, not customer account data. This is customer data. Customer personal data. Aadhaar number, PAN number, date of birth, customer date of birth. Then what's her? Date. Then customer photo. I want to store customer photo. Where binary? Suppose 1000 bytes. Enough, na? Then okay. That's it. Like this. So create this. Create this table. Create this table. Where already database is open. Create the data table. So commands completed successfully. Table is what, sir? Created. Table is created. Where we can find this table? DB 9 AM. What tables? Then tables. Then so DBO dot customers. Table is there or not? Yes. So our database contains how many tables? Our database contains how many tables? 2 tables. One table is employee. One table is customers. One table is for storing employees data. One table is for storing customers data. So table is what, sir? Ready. Table is ready. Next, we can store what? Data. You take employee table. A new employee joins. Then insert employee data. A new customer opens account in bank. Then insert customer data into customer table. A new customer opens account. His details are inserted into customer's table. When new employee joins, then insert employee data into EMP table. Okay. Then, so in today's class, you learn how to what? Create. In the next class, we'll see how to store the data. Okay, na? Then Monday. Oh. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ మూవీ 2 అబౌ ఉంటుంది కదా 4 దాన్ని ప్రాసెస్ చేయాలి దాన్ని స్ప్లిట్ చేసి స్టోర్ చేయాలి డేటాబేస్ you can type it in any case, not case sensitive. This is not case sensitive. Upper case, lower case allowed. Maybe login password wrong. Password wrong. పాస్వర్డ్ నువ్వు ఏది ఇస్తే అది ఇవ్వాలి ఇన్స్టలేషన్ టైంలో. లాగిన్ ఐడి ఎస్ఏ అది ఫిక్స్డ్, అది నో డౌట్. ఎస్ఏ పాస్వర్డ్ నువ్వు ఇచ్చిన ఇన్స్టలేషన్ టైంలో పాస్వర్డ్ ఇస్తావు, ఆ పాస్వర్డ్ ఇవ్వాలి. ఇన్స్టలేషన్ టైంలో ఏం పాస్వర్డ్ ఇచ్చావో గుర్తు తెచ్చుకో, ఆ పాస్వర్డ్ ఇవ్వాలి. ఎస్.
Actually, numeric P ఉంది కదా సార్. It allows numbers up to 38 digits ఇచ్చారు. For example, employee ID numeric 4. Difference ఏంటి సార్ దానికి?
ఇది మాక్సిమం సైజ్ 38. ఓకేనా? సైజ్ ఇప్పుడు మనం 4 ఇచ్చినాం కదా, 4 ఇచ్చాం, అట్లా 5 ఇవ్వచ్చు, 6 ఇవ్వచ్చు, 8 ఇవ్వచ్చు, 10 ఇవ్వచ్చు, 20 అప్ టు 38 వరకు ఇవ్వచ్చు. మాక్సిమం సైజ్ అది. బట్ మనకి కావాల్సిన ఇక్కడ ఎగ్జాంపుల్లో మనకి కావాల్సిన 4 డిజిట్స్ చాలు. సో అందుకనే 4 ఇచ్చారు. ఓకేనా? ఆన్లైన్ క్లాస్ లింక్ కావాలి అంటే ఇప్పుడు చేంజ్ చేస్తారు అయినా వాళ్ళు. వై? బికాస్ రిజిస్ట్రేషన్స్ ఓకేనా ఈ టైంలో చేంజ్ చేసేస్తారు మీకు 1 or 2 days ఓకే, బట్ తర్వాత చేంజ్ చేసేస్తారు లింక్. ఎట్లా అంటే వాళ్ళకి కంటెంట్ కావాలి, అడ్మిన్స్ కంటెంట్ కావాలి, వాళ్ళు ఇస్తారు. ఓకే. అరవింద్ ఇక్కడనే ఉంటాడు ఈ బిల్డింగ్ లో. సందీప్ వాట్ ఈస్ యువర్ డౌట్? Semicolon is not required, Sandeep. Semicolon is not required. If at all it is required, I would have given that point. I not given the point means what? It's not required. P means precision. S means scale. I mentioned that. See, P stands for precision. S stands for scale. Scale.